For our final film, we were given the task of discussing an environmental issue that we were passionate about. For some, the issue lies on a more global scale, in fast fashion and mass production. My issue, however, begins at home. After creating my second film and finding out that Chatham County was almost home to a toxic landfill, I was compelled to dig deeper on the issue of environmental racism in Siler City, North Carolina. This name doesn't ring a bell for most, but I know it as my home. When I hear the name, an array of emotions and memories flood my brain. I know it as the place where I grew up and the place that shaped who I am today. Siler City is a low-income community that is made up of a large percentage of Black and Hispanic citizens. Growing up, I thought that it was normal to have multiple meat processing plants scattered throughout neighborhoods. But I now realize that their presence is an exploitation of my home and its people due to our economic and racial makeup. During the research process, I was both surprised and devastated to find out that the town had no environmental programs in place, considering its industry-run history and the many environmental incidents that have taken place over recent years. Through a bit of networking, I was put into contact with Reverend Dr. Reddick, a veteran pastor and small businessman that is currently in the run to be Siler City's first Black mayor. I used this interview to get my concerns across to someone involved in local government. Throughout the interview, I noticed that Dr. Reddick did not have much to say about Brookwood Farms or Carolina Lumber, but he had a lot to say about Mount Air Farms, a poultry processing plant that was introduced to the town less than 2 years ago.
We received numerous complaints about the presence of the chicken plant. One, I'm a member of the board of directors at Pine Glade Nursing Home, and the residents there complain about the odor of the facility. 24/7, this extreme stench coming from the chicken plant. I certainly think that that's a negative impact that the community they are aware of. Another issue is, of course, during the day there's a number of chicken feathers on the street and sidewalk in Siler City as a result of the transportation of the livestock from the various farms to the chicken plant. That's an impact. A third impact is the street entering off of 11th Street. There's a complaint about the traffic as a safety hazard from the plant, because what is occurring, citizens are driving through the plant. There's an overwalk from the plant to the parking lot, and that street goes through the plant facility. That's a safety hazard to the impact of the community. So in regard to that, now I'm not specifically aware of any major health impact from the Brooks Farm. And I assume you refer to the barbecue. Yes, and of course we know that they provide quite a bit of employment to Siler City. So that's a positive piece in that regard, but I'm not aware of any negative impact in terms of the environmental health conditions from the Brookwood Farm.
Throughout the interview, I noticed that economics played a big role in Dr. Reddick's responses, and with further investigation, I found out that this was similar for other citizens of the town. The chicken plant does not help the economy as much as other plants, and therefore people feel compelled to speak out.
That less than 1% employees are from Siler City. 95% of the employees are from surrounding communities as far as Fayetteville.
Reverend Reddick also mentions Siler City's water supply and how it is impacted by industries.
In the last chicken plant, it was an issue of water. And the city embarked upon building and improving the reservoir. And as a result of that, the industries left the city And the city was left with a high water bill. So one of the biggest complaints is cost of water service. Some water bills are averaging $120, $130 a month for water.
While Dr. Albert Reddick did not have all of the answers I was looking for, he showed me that his political concerns and my environmental concerns overlapped on many occasions. Furthermore, I left the interview with an understanding of why there is not much environmental activism in the community. These industries, while detrimental to their well-being, are the only source of income for most of the citizens, and they are not willing to speak out against them. Additionally, many citizens are politically apathetic due to a lack of action from the long-standing Board of Commissioners in Siler City. The smoke billowing from industrial chimneys 100 feet from my childhood home, the mass production of logs, the stench of dead chickens that encompasses an entire town, the secret dumping of coal ash into the water supply. These are all examples of environmental racism, and while many may not see it this way, even those that live there, it is happening in Siler City and in so many other places across the world.